Hello, welcome to Dawn Downey's blog. I write about love and pain. Today, pain. I call this the F-bomb. XYZ, a good friend, slipped a comment into our conversation that changed our relationship of equals into a noble savage white savior stereotype. The remark was presumptuous and creepy. I was furious. Fortunately, this slap in the face happened during pandemic isolation in a virtual exchange. The asynchronous nature of the chat gave me time to calm down before responding. But responding how? There was no possibility of storming out of this friendship and slamming the door behind me. XYZ was deep in my life. We had history, decades. We were close. There was also no possibility of having a conversation about this to clear the air. I refused to subject myself to yet another ally apology that began with, "I didn't mean it that way." So I had time to respond, but respond how? I was like a superhero trapped at the end of a dark alley. My powers had deserted me, and as I faced an unscalable wall, my cape fluttered impotently. So I had time to calm myself down before responding, but respond how? For months, I was at this impasse. My jaw clenched. There was a dull roar inside my skull. I did not know what to do. I did not know what to do. I did not know what to do. Any minute, my skin was going to burst into flames. And in that space of being up against a wall, can't go forward, can't go backward, can't fly away, in that space of not knowing what to do, the universe dropped the F-bomb. Forgiveness. Forgiveness would reset our relationship of equals. That XYZ would never know about it because the absolution was for me. It would dissolve this rage that was eating away my guts. It would make this story unimportant. It would make XYZ innocent again, and our relationship would continue fresh because I would be cleansed. I would no longer be affected by it. However, this revelation did not bring me any relief because I liked my rage. It belched out power and self-righteousness. Forgiveness would destroy the importance of my outrage. Forgiveness would destroy my bigness, the bigness of the story, the importance. Before the universe had stuck its nose into my business, I had been trapped in not knowing. after the universe stuck its nose into my business with this forgiveness crap, I was trapped in a knowingness. I knew at some point forgiveness was going to descend on me. Forgiveness would happen. Forgiveness was going to shift the molecules in my consciousness. The timing and method of this shift was out of my control. It would not involve a conversation with anyone. But I knew forgiveness was about to happen to me. You would think I'd be happy about this because peace was dawning, a faint blush on the horizon. The resolution of my conflict was imminent, but it felt like an imminent lobotomy. F you, forgiveness, leave me alone. My husband and I were watching a documentary about SpaceX, during which an astronaut floated out of the space shuttle for a spacewalk. The video quality of this documentary and the camera through the astronaut's helmet was so clear, we might as well have been watching outer space through our front window. My mind could not fathom being that astronaut floating in the blackness. And when the camera panned across this infinite midnight, my perspective shifted along with it. The blue marble that is Earth came into view. And somewhere on that marble, my conflict roiled. Somewhere on that marble, my story was big, important. But I could not see it. And that's when forgiveness happened. The importance, the story, the conflict, poof, was gone. The demise of this significant conflict, this importance, was so subtle, I almost missed it. I almost didn't believe it when it happened. And I almost hoped it hadn't happened and I was mistaken. However, the demise of the importance of this conflict, the demise of the bigness, the demise of the story was subtle, yet unmistakable. I felt the tension ease in my face as the F-bomb exploded without a sound. I could still recite the words XYZ had said to me, but the rage had gone missing. I remembered our conversation, our virtual conversation our texting. I remembered it like it was a story I'd read some time ago. It was an interesting story, but what was all the fuss about? My outrage had been a toxic companion, but I wish I'd had a chance to say goodbye. Well, there's one good thing. Forgiveness only covered one event at a time. And I was looking forward to my next blast of outrage. Thanks for listening.